Welcome, gentle listener, to the seventh cycle. I am your humble narrator, and this is episode 3. There's nothing more comfortable than a strange room. The pain in your bones has been coming and going for a while now. The squirming has stopped for the most part, but it's still there. Your bones trying to wriggle and writhe out of their cages. But it's not as bad as it was that night. Which is good in all terms of things. But it does give you that sort of unease. Like that sharpness, that out of body experience, just right round the corner. But the aching's still there. And it comes at the worst of times, really. You've had to work from home now. But that just means more time with the book, doesn't it? I mean, you do have a day to finish, don't you? So why don't we continue on from day 9? So, the Leatherworkers is finally open. Whoa, get to get this hide off my back. Bonus. And when I walk in, Derek, that's the guy at the front desk, is having an argument with a guy with a goatee. Don't know his name yet, but apparently his son used to work with Derek as an apprentice. I know. Wow. But apparently the kid got into some trouble, nicked something from someone, and has ended up in this whole mess of a housing situation in a zone that goatee guy doesn't feel comfortable going to, which means he's not going to be able to meet with his son, and apparently that's all Derek's fault. Massive blow-up argument. Goatee guy storms out, shoulder barges me on the way out, which, first of all, rude. Second of all, why? Why all that effort? You could have just asked me to move. Or even been like an asshole about asking me to move, but no, you had to shoulder barge me. Anyway, Derek, fully down to trade, buy this hide from me. So it's quite sought after. Give me 15 of these copper cube things. I'm going to assume local currency. Yeah, that makes sense. Local currency. So I asked Derek about the situation. He seemed a bit pissed off that I heard it all happen. But apparently this kid, Tim, brilliant apprentice apparently, trying to get out from under his father's shadow, because apparently leatherworking isn't a real career. I mean, Derek has a business that is doing well enough for him to hire an apprentice, but who am I to judge? I don't have kids. Anyway, Tim's trying to make his own thing, then does a job a bit shoddy. The people buying it from him get him into a spot of bother. Derek doesn't really extrapolate at all, because honestly, fair enough, we barely know each other. But apparently, this is on the down low, the people who are doors non-existent because it's just a wall thing, they have a secret code system, right, with different colours of curtains, which I find weird. luxury of curtain colours when you've done horrible things. But Derek gave me a book that should help me finagle the language of the curtains. Curtain language. I'm going to have to find a name for that. I really need to stop naming things, don't I? It's becoming a bit of a habit, but you know, someone has to name something if someone else hasn't yet. But these blokes who tried to get Tim into a situation, apparently they're not behind any walls. Which, I mean, a bit ominous. Or they're behind every wall, which is also very ominous. So they're either free from the system or using it. I don't know which one's worse, to be honest. But I should probably figure some more Tim stuff out. I know I'm being nosy. I don't even know this village, city, town, whatever I decided to call it. But this system still sort of gives me the creeps. And as soon as I leave Derek's workshop, I receive a hit in the side of my head. I need to stop waking up in weird places without remembering how I get there. Yeah, so this is what a holding cell looks like apparently. But there aren't any iron bars anywhere. I'm just kind of in a room with like a tiny window in the top corner. Yeah, and that's it. Just me in this room. They haven't took anything off me, which is weird. Yeah, they haven't took anything off me. But this seems about the time to change how I write notes on this. The days for this next section seem highly inefficient, so I'm going to start it off with phases. This is phase 1. Try to get out of here and figure out what the hell is going on here. And I don't know how many phases there will be yet to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. But phase 1 is underway. Trying to get out of this room. And wait. The curtain on that tiny window. It's yellow. Okay, yellow. Yellow curtain material. I flipped through the book Derek gave me. Nothing on yellow? That doesn't make sense. So we've got green for trade. We've got red for, of course, yeah, wanting someone dead. Whoa. Purple for important people in the area that anyone would want to take note of. Blue for new shipments at the port, which is weird. Why wouldn't that just fit under trade? White for new inmates. Well, new house guests. But there's no yellow. Huh. That's weird. Yellow's like at least from my part of the world, or my world, yellow is a very common colour, because it's very easy to get the dye for, but if they don't have... Wait, there's a page missing. Why is there a page missing? Why would Derek give me it if there's a page missing? I mean, they haven't ripped it out well. You can still see some of the letters down the side. And there's the Y. well, not the word Y, the letter Y, which means yellow existed on this page. I mean, if they didn't take anything from... If they didn't take anything from me... Oh, this is gonna be a fun escape.